Hi, I'm State Senator Mark Huizenga, representing Michigan's 30th Senate District. Earlier this year, I hosted a bipartisan group of legislators at the Gerald R. International Airport. In recent years, they've experienced tremendous growth and impact across West Michigan region. Providing over 100 flights per day with 30 nonstop flights, the Gerald R. Ford Airport is truly a travel hub for individuals, families, and businesses. The Gerald R. Ford International Airport contributes over $3 billion annually in economic activity to the West Michigan region and connects more than 3 million passengers a year to destinations worldwide. In the last few years, the airport's undergone major construction upgrades, including a $110 million project to accommodate passenger growth by renovating Concourse A, which added an additional 155,000 square feet to Michigan's second largest airport. Renovations also include new concessions and retail concept extensions that feature many local businesses. The airport is currently undergoing further construction to add a second-level executive lounge and additional amenities for passengers. This project is expected to be completed in 2024. Join me as I learn more about the recent projects that have taken place and tour this amazing facility.
Air travel is not a partisan issue. A lot of my colleagues across the aisle, we work together on issues because the vast majority of politics isn't political.
Right.
And it's issues like this that when we work together, it only brings things better for our community and our region, in fact.
Absolutely. And so, having everybody out here to kind of see what's going on, because I don't know that everybody fully understands. When I go to talk to businesses or I talk to business groups and stuff, and I ask how often you use the airport, and I might use it once a month. It's like, well, really? I mean, are you getting mail? Are you shipping packages? Because they're going through here too.
Right.
So you're probably using it a lot more than you think.
We look at the infrastructure here, the funding mechanism just isn't Kent County Authority. It comes from a lot of different funding sources, including MDOT. Transportation Fund includes things for like the new jet bridges and things like that, special appropriations for organizations that need that kind of stuff. It's all part of this huge infrastructure that we vote on, that a lot of times we don't see the details in there, but if you dig through the details of the budget, it's quite amazing how many different layers get help an airport like this.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. You look at the MDOT budget, and it's 90% roads, a few percent rail, and 3% aviation. There's a aeronautics budget. On occasion, they'll pull from general funds. Last year, they pulled from general funds for airline service incentives to help Michigan compete against other states.
To grow carriers.
Yep, and really focused on our smaller airports last year.
It's not too often that you get a chance to stand on a runway like this. The width is really overwhelming. Like if you think about a roadway and you talk about snow plowing and things like that, what actually is, do you know the width of
150 feet wide, plus we've got shoulders off to the other side, so 150 feet in terms of what an airplane is expected to use, and then we typically have 25-foot shoulders over here for lighting. We do that for drainage, and so we don't have to mow around each of them because it takes the runway out of service like it is today for them to mow, and that's really what we're seeing today is some additional maintenance that's happening on this runway. That's coordinated with air traffic control and the airlines to make sure that we could get out here at the same time that we're doing some operational needs.
And then how long is this?
8,000 feet.
8,000 feet, so more than a mile.
So we've
mile and a half about.
Yeah, and when you look at it, so you talk about not a county road, I mean, if you think of how many county roads you would stack across this for plowing or for maintenance, it gets to be pretty significant, especially when you got to move snow. And you got to move it from one side clear across.
Well, even
to the
halfway
other.
across, they're still moving 75 feet each way. That's not insignificant.
Right.
You get a heavy, quick, wet, heavy snow.
And the blower to blow that stuff off, because by the time you get a windrow or the plow, puts it all the way to the side, you can't throw it and hit the signs and hit the lights. You got to actually blow it. So, they are pretty good about working the snow removal line and getting in behind and casting it clear outside of the runway edges and environment.
So we talk about the airport as not just an impact for Kent County or for a region. It actually has a much broader impact and opportunity to help and be part of the solution for flying for a much broader area than people would ever guess, I would suspect.
No, you're absolutely right. We pride ourselves in being part of the local community, West Michigan, right? But we do serve all of Upper Michigan for cargo, so the FedEx facility will stop by. Those planes, pick up packages here, take them up to points in northern Michigan and the UP, and then bring their packages back down to put them on the larger jets to get back into the FedEx transportation system. But even as you mentioned, broader than that, again, this is a node on the national transportation system, so people rely on it for local travel.
Yeah.
You're gonna fly in and out of here, from anywhere else in the world. This is where you're going to be coming in and out of. And so it provides that benefit. And that's why, from the FAA's perspective, why they're so concerned with regulating airports, because they need this facility to be a part of the national system.
Has to meet all the standards no matter what.
Yeah, it's got other tangible benefits, and most people don't think about.
Yeah. Yep. They expect things to work, and sometimes that's why we're doing this, make sure legislators and the general public can learn about what's going on here, why it's important, and what the economic impact is, and why it's important to all of us.